Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the history and details of the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin. At first glance, it may seem like just another piece of pocket change from decades past, but this coin carries with it a story of heritage, national identity, and continuity within Australia's decimal currency system. While not a commemorative issue, the 1978 50-cent coin remains a fascinating piece for collectors and an important part of everyday history for those who remember it in circulation. Background: a decade of decimal currency. By 1978, it had been 12 years since Australia introduced decimal currency in 1966. The 50-cent coin had already undergone a major change early on. The first version, round and struck in silver, was issued in 1966 but quickly withdrawn when the value of silver rose above the coin's face value. In 1969, the current 12-sided cupronickel design was introduced, and it has been a staple of Australian coinage ever since. The 1978 issue belongs to this long-running tradition, continuing a design that remains iconic even today. Obverse design: Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse of the 1978 coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait had been in use on Australian coinage since decimalisation in 1966. It shows the Queen wearing a tiara, with her profile facing right, reflecting both youth and dignity. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 1978. This design not only honors the monarch but also provides a sense of continuity in Australia's coinage during the 1970s. Reverse design: the Australian coat of arms. The reverse side of the coin showcases the Australian coat of arms, a striking and highly detailed design. At the center is a shield divided into 6 sections, each one representing one of Australia's 6 states with its official emblem. Supporting the shield are 2 of Australia's most iconic native animals, the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right. These animals were chosen because neither can easily move backward, symbolizing progress and forward momentum. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, while beneath it lies a scroll with the word Australia. The denomination, 50 cents, is shown prominently at the base of the design. This reverse has become one of the most instantly recognizable designs in Australia's coinage history. Specifications: the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is struck in cupronickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 2.5 millimeters. Most distinctively, it has a dodecagon, or 12-sided shape, making it easy to distinguish from other coins both visually and by touch. These specifications have remained unchanged for decades, which is why the coin continues to be a familiar presence in Australian currency today. Circulation and everyday use. The 1978 50-cent coin was a regular issue produced for circulation, meaning millions of Australians would have handled it in their day-to-day lives. Whether paying for groceries, bus fares, or other small expenses, this coin was a common companion in pockets and wallets. For people who lived through the late 1970s, the design and feel of this coin likely carry strong nostalgic value, reminding them of an era when decimal currency was still relatively new but had firmly taken root in daily life. Collectibility and value. From a collector's point of view, the 1978 50-cent coin is considered a common issue. Large numbers were minted, so circulated examples are still easy to find today. In circulated condition, it generally only holds its face value. However, uncirculated or proof-like examples are more desirable, particularly for collectors who aim to build complete year-by-year sets of Australian decimal coinage. Coins that have been carefully preserved without wear, scratches, or tarnishing can fetch a premium, even if modest, in the collector's market. Closing thoughts. The 1978 Australian 50-cent coin may not be rare or highly valuable, but its significance lies in its role as part of Australia's ongoing decimal coinage journey. It represents stability, national pride, and the strength of an enduring design that continues to define the 50-cent piece to this day. For collectors, it is a must-have piece to complete a year set, and for everyday Australians, it is a reminder of the money that shaped their daily transactions in the late 1970s. So if you come across one of these coins in your collection, or even tucked away in a jar of old change, take a moment to appreciate it. It is more than just 50 cents, it's a piece of Australia's history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this look at the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have this coin in your collection, or do you remember using it in everyday life? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting!